Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I've been busy doing all sorts of variety of different things except for really gardening, although I did water the garden this morning. And that's because, again, growing zone 8A, the temperatures, daytime temperatures are around 60, 65, and the nighttime temperatures now are around 40. So there's no chance of frost in the near future, and the forecast is not showing rain for the next at least 5 days. That could be longer, could be shorter, but at least 5 days. So I gave the garden a good little soak, and it should be fine then until maybe Friday, Saturday, when allegedly we're going to get some rain. Maybe, I don't know. It's been a crazy year. It's been a very dry year. Many of you have mentioned that it's been dry in your own gardens, and of course, if you look at your YouTube or the weather, you see how dry it has been across the country. Okay, enough of all that. I'm not a weatherman. Today I'm going to plant up garlic, and I'm not going to go into nauseating detail about how to plant garlic. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing and how much and what types of garlic I'm planting. Again, there's 1,000,000,001 YouTube channels out there that tell you, and many of you probably follow many of those YouTubers who go into ad nauseum about how to plant garlic and techniques and growth patterns and all sorts of that good fun stuff. Again, I'm just going to show you real quick because it's getting later in the day what I'm doing, where I'm planting it, and the different varieties I'm planting. All right, so garlic is a bulb, in case you didn't know, and you basically plant it just like many other bulbs. Basic rule: twice as deep as the whatever this is. So if this is let's say an inch, inch and a half, you're going to plant it about an inch and a half deep or so. Basic rule of thumb. These are older California garlics that I had left over from last year. I kept them aside for seeds. They all feel pretty firm. They look a little raggedy because they've been sitting in the hot garage over the summer, but I'm going to plant them out and see what happens. Worst case scenario, nothing grows. Best case scenario, I get a bunch of heads of garlic. Stick it in the ground. Whoop. Spacing about 6 inches. If you bunch your garlic up too close, I'm told that it won't grow to a good size. If any of you out there have planted garlic and you're more of an expert than I am, feel free to leave a comment below and let me know how far apart you space your garlic and if you've had any sort of issues planting them maybe closer or further apart. Of course, always label your garlic. Next up, Deerfield Purple Hardneck Garlic. Now I grew this one last year and my wife loved it, I loved it. Family members who I gave it to, they loved it. I made a mistake this year. I didn't buy enough of it. I only got a couple of cloves or heads, and that only gave me about a dozen or so cloves. So yeah, lesson learned. Next year buy more Deerfield Purple, but for now I'm going to plant what I have. And the last one I'm going to plant here is going to be Transylvania Softneck, a variety I've never grown before, but I'm going to give it a whirl and see what happens. That's no good. Sometimes you get a clove that's soft. That one's soft. A soft clove is a rotten clove, which you don't want. Okay, I still have, what do I got here, like 4 or 5 maybe? No, some of these are soft. I still have some small cloves. What I'm going to turn around and do is run an experiment. I'm going to put a few of these into pots, and I'll put them in the greenhouse and see what they do. Maybe they'll grow a lot. But if I put one clove in one pot, fairly, good sized pot. I'm not going to put it in a huge pot, but not a tiny pot. I'll put it in a good sized pot, and I'll put it in the greenhouse over the winter and see what it does. How fast does it grow versus the in-grounds? Does it grow well at all? I don't know. And if you've ever run such an experiment or have tried such a thing, let me know down below in the comments. Am I barking up the wrong tree, or is this going to be something fun to try out over the winter time? I still have 2 more varieties to do. I have California White, which apparently is different from California regular soft neck. And I have more California soft neck because, again, I under-purchased the amount of garlic I wanted for the season. I'm not going to bore you with more planting. You've kind of seen enough already, and most of you probably already tuned out of this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill up one more bed, top it off with some more raised bed mix. I'm going to turn around and plant both those varieties and give them a good water, and then wait for spring. One of the things that I have noticed down here, because again, during Zone 8A, we're fairly warm compared to a lot of the rest of the country, but we do get colder than some parts of the country, i.e. Florida, is that the garlic may start to rise. And it actually happened to me a few times in New York, where we would have just these warm days, the garlic would start to sprout, and then of course we'd get hit with winter, and everything would be 30 degrees, and the ground would freeze solid, and all that top growth died off. It's not the end of the world. That growth actually will come back in the springtime. So if I have, for instance, my wife's garlic that she planted, the the chestnut red hardneck garlic that she planted already has some top growth. And if it dies back due to a frost or a freeze or whatever, again, it's not the end of the world. What that really means is that those heads are growing, the roots are spreading. So again, come springtime, the tops should grow back. If they stay throughout the winter, bonus. I don't know if we're going to have a really cold winter or a really mild winter. We'll have to wait and see. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click that bell icon to be notified when I do post up a new video if you're still watching this video. This way you get to find out what happened to all the garlic come the springtime. Does it grow? Does it continue to grow? We'll have a bountiful garlic harvest come next summer. I do new. You have to click and subscribe and find out. If you like this sweatshirt, you can go check it out over on my Teespring store. All the links are below for that. And that's going to do it for today. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.